video team is going to be all about recovery. I am so sore, so if you find yourself super sore and super stiff, this is going to be the one routine I want you to follow along with me. This is my personal routine to fight soreness, stiffness, to recalibrate my body and to feel loose. At the end of this routine, you're going to feel like a brand new person so that you're able to get it done for your workouts next week. It could be counterintuitive to think that when you're extremely sore or if you want to recover faster, all you have to do is move. What we're doing here is improving circulation, sending nutrient-rich oxygenated blood through tissue so that it's able to fight inflammation, the inflammation that is caused through exercise, right? And get rid of lactic acid and toxins. So after this routine, I want you to keep yourself hydrated and you're gonna feel brand new. Let's stop talking and let's start doing. This is going to be, from now on, your go-to mobility and recovery routine. All right, so let's just start with a nice breath. So everything that we're doing today, we'll do for 5 long breaths. I want you to really focus on your breath. In through your nose, deep inhales and deep exhales. So we're gonna start with our necks. Let's start making big circles. So when you're doing this routine can be done every single day if you want to relieve your body from stiffness, from working hard. You can start your day this way and you can end your day this way, right? Focus on making the circles bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're going to notice, right, with this gentle movements that there are areas that are super tight. Now we're going to reverse the pattern for 5 and really try to make those circles big. I'm obviously not focusing on my breath because I'm talking, but I want you to focus on your breath. We have one more. We have a lot of tension on our necks. And now we're releasing it. So now I want you to take your arms, right? Up and down, up. And not just open your arms and close your arms. I want you to try to reach. Imagine that you have these 2 walls and you're making your arms long and you're reaching. So I'm inhaling, I'm reaching and reaching through the ceiling and trying to create more space. I believe we have another one, but if we're doing one extra one for bonus, then it's okay. So now we're gonna take our arms and we're gonna do circles. I want you to twist your torso completely and bring your vision towards your palm. As you rotate, focus on taking all the oxygen out of your rib cage. And the same rule applies here. You're literally reaching, so reach in front of you, reach up, and reach back, right? Shake. We're gonna do everything with both sides of the body. These circles may start with your arms burning, but little by little, as your body's getting warm, literally you're starting to loosen up. Now, check this out. I'm gonna turn so that you can see this. I want you to tuck the hips under and make this look really, really ugly. So tucked under, we're gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna form a T with our arms parallel to the floor. And we're reaching. So I'm taking a nice inhale, rotating as much as I can and reaching. Both of my feet are planted on the ground and I'm searching for my heels so that I can find glutes and I can find hamstrings, right? Take a nice deep breath. So 5 repetitions. Let's rotate 5 times, both sides. Beautiful. Open those arms and get some length. All right. Now we're gonna turn this into a hula hoop. So hopefully you're doing this at home in front of your loved one, right? So we're gonna lead with the tailbone. Lead with, not with the head and the upper body, we're gonna lead with our hips and our tailbone. And this is what I mean. Imagine you have a hula hoop. So I want you to drive your hips forward, hinge back. So you're gonna feel hamstrings. You're gonna feel a lot of things, right? Hip flexors and hamstrings. And when you're hinging back, I want you to really focus on what is happening to your posterior chain, right? Feel all the little compartments or all the muscles that make up your hamstrings, right? About 3, right? Okay, and now let's reverse the pattern. And if this is confusing, trust me, you're gonna get it. You're gonna be repeating this routine twice, right? We're releasing the hamstrings, releasing the hip flexors. Okay, now we're gonna go down onto the floor into this half kneeling position. So let's release our hip flexors for 5. In this half kneeling position, I want you to get out of this pattern, tuck the hips under, raise your arms up, and come back to neutral. And come back to neutral. So as I'm tucked under, I am shifting my body forward to release that hip flexor and coming back. And you don't want to hold it for too long. This is not a static stretch. This is a dynamic stretch, and you want to be gentle. You don't want to force things, right? Be gentle. We're keeping the breaths nice and slow to encourage your nervous system, hey, to say, let's take a break. So hopefully you're gonna feel super relaxed once we're done here. Beautiful. Going into your last one. Awesome. So now you should know this very well. We're gonna go into a 90-90, right? So in this 90-90, make a 90-degree angle with that front leg and also with the back leg. Keep your heels on the ground at all times. That way you end in the same position that you were. We're gonna do 5 repetitions of 5 different variations, right? So this is number 1. If this feels good to you, keep this here, okay? If this is okay, feels good, feels really good, now I'm gonna bring this elbow to my knee, right? And play around with all these different 90-90s, right? You can bring that elbow to that foot instead of the knee, and that's gonna give you a different kind of stretch, right? Last one. Now when you take this one hand, if that feels good still, and really reach down. Beautiful. Let's do reps. Beautiful. You're gonna repeat everything for 5 repetitions. If you're keeping your breath, right, you should start to feel super relaxed. So remember, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, so now we're gonna be supine to the floor, right? So lay on your back. We're gonna tuck the hips under slightly. And from here, all I want you to do is do a gentle knee tuck. So here we're releasing the glutes and we're releasing some of our hamstrings, right? Even though you may not think that's what we're doing here. Beautiful. We have one more. As you see, I'm not holding it for too long, right? I think I'm doing an extra one. There we go. So now, the knee that's in front of you, we're gonna rotate it towards the other side, right? And I want you to straighten this leg. So now, if you lack flexibility on your hamstrings, this leg may look a lot lower, but if you can straighten it, great. If you can, keep it bent. So from here, we're gonna rotate towards the other side of the body. So what I would like you to do, right, is prevent this leg from coming off as you're opening and dropping your chest towards the ground, and you come back to neutral. So we're gonna reach, take a nice deep breath. Exhale and open up our chest. Beautiful. And as you play around with this routine over the next few weeks, you're gonna notice that this leg happens to be a little bit more, closer to being more flexible than stiff, right? Okay, and we're gonna reverse this pattern or perform it on the other side. If this leg is lifting, then this means that you need to bring it down a bit because you're lacking the flexibility. So we're not trying to overcompensate for our lack of flexibility. So now we're gonna reverse this pattern and go into a 90 degree, right? Into like this fetal position. With my bottom arm, I'm going to prevent my knees from lifting. And then I want you to trace circles for 5 circles. This is gonna feel so good. You reach and go around. That's 2, beautiful. You reach and you go around. Reach again and go around. This feels so good. And go around. Now we're gonna switch to the other side. Beautiful. It's 2, be gentle. And you can take this as slow as you want. Identify areas of tightness. Get to know your body, connect to your body, right? This mind and body connection that you should have when you're exercising and when you're moving should be very personal. You should feel your body and own your body, okay? So now, I want you to bring your arms out to the side, right? So this is going to look very different for all of us, right? So, hamstring stretch. What I want you to do is bring that leg or this foot as close as you can towards your other hand, right? So here we're releasing hamstrings. Ooh, we're releasing our spine. If you only have this much range, that's fine, right? So the more you perform this routine, the more mobile you're going to be, the more flexible you're going to be, the better you can get in positions, right, to perform your movements, the deeper you can get into your squats, right, easily, right? Okay, so now we're gonna go into this down dog position, my favorite. So get into a high plank, shift your body to down dog. Now I'm gonna stretch your calves. Stretch the calves. I'm gonna go really slow here. Keep those arms nice and straight. And stretch the calves. Beautiful. And shift back to your high plank. Go into cobra. Shift to your child's pose. There. And reach the arms out. Now what I'm going to do, bring this arm over and send this to the other side. Count to 5 breaths. Okay, so you're gonna give me 5 breaths here. Now, I want you to stand up. How do you feel? You should feel really, really loose, and you should feel really good. You're gonna feel even better when you're done with another set of this entire circuit. So you're gonna repeat it once again. Once you rewind this video and repeat this circuit again, we're gonna end in Savasana. I want you to practice meditation. So for 10 minutes, all I want you to do is be here. Be in the moment and be present. Focus on your breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I don't want you to think about anything. All you're thinking is, I am focusing on my breath. If you guys want to practice some positive affirmations, if you want to visualize, how do you want to be next week? What are the things that you want to accomplish next week? I think it's extremely important that you are able to manifest and you're able to give yourself positive affirmations that will prepare you for next week. I am someone who is positive and I believe in the power of our mind. What we think, we become. So I want you to just stay here. Don't think about anything. And this is the hardest part of meditation, right? Not thinking about anything else but our breath. So focus and be here. If you fall asleep, it's cool. But I want you to tell me in the comments, right? How do you feel after this session? So, don't forget to subscribe, like this button, and I'm gonna hit you with another Legs for Days. Get ready. I'll see you next week, guys.